I can't.
Oh, well.
They don't.
All right.
They don't know me. They don't know me that
All right, good morning, everybody. It's 8:30. We'll call the meeting to order for the March Leitchfield Tourism and Convention Commission. We'll introduce visitors first. I know Tiffany Decker's here. I think she wants to say a few words. Sure. All right, the floor is yours.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
How are you all?
Great, how are you?
Great. Good. First, I want to thank you all so much for your sponsorship, again, for our concert that we'll be having. The Headhunters will be coming June the 1st. Tickets can be purchased on the Grayson County Tourism page for $30. They will be $40 at the gate. We are also hoping that the stage is completely finished for the big event. So we would really appreciate if you all would come out and join us that day.
And it is in the Valley.
Yes,
Vineyard
Loxton Valley Park.
Yeah. Great, we're excited about it.
Looking forward to it.
Yep.
So we do have a presentation check for the sponsorship of $10,000 toward that, if you guys would like to take a picture.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Picture time.
Picture. Stand up. You going down? All right, stay over.
I guess we're scooting.
Okay, you go.
I'll keep scooting.
Okay.
Can't see further. There we go. Okay. Thank you all. Thank you.
Oh, I guess we put the podium back.
You're gonna need this one?
Bring a chair up. Looks like we also have Denny Fentress with us, councilman.
Thank you, guys. As you know, I always come asking for money.
We don't have any.
Well, you're what we call in the legal business deep pockets. So just give you a heads up. But first of all, I want to let you know that they're going to put the sign up at Bevel Park. They're going to try to do it Thursday at 12:30.
Great.
And I don't know. Did you get us in a picture?
I did not. I will send you guys a
Okay.
picture. It looks great, though.
It really looks good. It's got the Leitchfield emblem on one side, James D. Bevel Park, and then on the other side, it's got tourism
Great.
emblem.
Great.
And David Elliott did a great job. If you see him, thank him. He's just really, really talented. He did say it may be a while before we get to one up at the Fireman's Park. He's able to do this one during the winter where things
Okay.
are slow. It'll be a little bit different. I think he said they're pretty busy right now. So just give you a heads up on that if you want to come Thursday. And that's assuming nothing happens, rain and that type of stuff.
What time did you say, Denny? I'm
I
sorry.
think 12 to 12:30, they're going to
Okay.
try to do it. Hopefully, we'll get newspaper out there,
Yeah,
pictures and stuff.
sure.
But it's something to be proud of as far as the sign. Second thing, I want to apologize to you guys for the $1,500 that you were nice enough to grant for the civic improvement. City Council voted not to do that. It was kind of a 4-2 vote. I have no explanation. I just assumed everybody would be in favor of something like that. I didn't see the,
Is that what you call, what maybe we call the beautification award?
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, we looked at it as more of a improvement. I think the city council looked at it as like people are going to be competing to improve their property, and we didn't really see it that way. You know, we just thought more of an ideal, who made the most improvement. So somebody could spend no money and improve their property the most to be the
Right.
award winner. But anyway, regardless, I apologize. I didn't mean to get you guys in drama over this.
No drama
I just
here.
couldn't imagine. It is what it is. So thank you all, and I'm sorry.
No problem.
The
Thank
real
you.
reason I'm here is to ask for lots of money for 4
Knew
more
there was a
pickleball
reason.
courts. I think they've done better than we really expected so far. The ideal is 4 more will allow us to have tournaments. We've already had a couple of requests for tournaments to rent the courts for tournaments. So we'd ask y'all to consider maybe doing 4 more courts. The amount would probably be about the same. Wes said we would have a little more money in doing the dirt work on this
Okay.
one, because they're going to have to move a playground area over a little bit, so there'll be some concrete involved in that. So it will be probably a little more than the last one because of that, but anything we don't use,
We came in a little under budget on that first one, didn't we?
so far,
Yeah.
we're about 60, a little over 68, and I think you
Right.
guys donated 87.
80, yeah.
We still have a few more things, the lights, the fixtures for the lights. We're lucky enough to get the poles donated,
Great.
so that cut down. Shouldn't be that much on the 87, we should be way under that. And also, I think we were thinking about doing trees for
Absolutely.
sound barrier
Yeah.
issue, so. But anyway, just ask if y'all consider it. Y'all got any questions, or you want to?
Are you getting an official bid from Scotty's on that?
No, we're
Or
going to get
how's that?
Scotty's to do it.
Right,
Yeah, and Wes has talked to them, and they said there shouldn't be much difference in
okay.
the price. They were going to do the, put down the not
Coating,
filter, but
yeah.
whatever it is. But they needed 3 days of temperatures at a certain level,
okay.
so they had to cancel on that. But it's going to be fire engine ready.
Yeah.
What kind of time frame are you thinking on that if it goes through to get the other 4 courts?
Hopefully by the end of the year, but it's
Okay.
Scotty's. And
Yeah.
when I was out there talking to the guy, whenever they just got done, and he said, your biggest problem is going to be, he said, I can tell you. I said, tell me. You're going to be needing 4 more courts, or you're going to be needing more courts. He said that's everywhere we've gone, we've had the same turnaround.
I mean,
for
I can
more.
attest, I know Anthony plays a lot too. It's busy all the time. There's a line waiting nearly all the time, anytime the weather's good, so.
Another interesting thing, the court itself, the dimensions are such that in, say, 40 or 50 years when pickleball dies, when we're no longer here, you could always put a basketball court on it.
Yeah.
It's the same dimensions for a basketball court, so,
Right.
and I don't think we even have a paved court in the park
I'm aware
system.
of.
I just wanted to add one thing. I received a phone call from a gentleman, he lives down in Short Creek, and he just wanted to comment about the pickleball courts, and then he asked about the trail going around Fireman's Park, but he said that he's never played before, thought it was interesting, showed up on a Saturday, there were some high school kids there, and they invited him to play,
That's great.
and he said it really restored his faith in our young people today. And then he showed up the next weekend, and there were some college students who also invited him to play. So he said he's learning, but he
Yeah,
said it was a great experience, and he said he's really excited to see that Litchfield is bringing this kind of stuff to the community.
That's good to
It's
hear.
good.
Yeah.
Just keep in mind, if we do those courts, since it's over $40,000, we will have to do an official bid on it.
Like
That's what I was
last
getting
time.
ready to
Yeah.
ask, what we have to do.
Yeah.
We'll have to bid it.
In the time I've been out there, I know I'm really old, but I was the oldest person out there playing. It's a lot of young people. It's really surprising
Yeah.
to me that,
You haven't been out there when I'm out there, then, have you?
I have not,
I beat you a couple of years.
not by much. but
No,
a
I
little
think, I'll speak for the group. I think we're all in favor. We probably need to look at doing that on the horizon. It sounds like there's a due diligence to do and get bids put together, but
We can do that.
I have questions, of
Fire away.
course. So I'm working on, Elsa and I have started working on budgets. So this would, I'm wondering, is this something that you're looking at be prior to June 30, or you're looking at July 1 on? And just needed to know, like, if you all do decide, like, I need to know where in the
No,
budget you're
you're-
considering putting it in, and my recommendation would be to first figure that out, which budget you want to put it in, if you all determine that. And then I would say, do like we did this year and give a max cap, like we will contribute up to this much, because we won't know how much it'd be to put in there.
Right.
So you could say, last year was 87, you could say, like, we'll contribute up to 90,000 for these new, or whatever. I'm just throwing a number out there. I don't know if that's the right number. You said a little more, so up to this amount for this project, and then we put it in the budget that way. That's just my thoughts on it.
I guess we probably ought to talk to Scotty's first and just see what their timeline's like. I mean, it may
Right.
be fall.
Right.
Yeah,
I
because
guess that's the logical first step.
our next meeting's in April, and I plan to, hopefully, me and Elsa will have something together, and maybe like even
Proposal.
start, could have it pretty well together. Because the next one's May, and I have to have the full budget to the council by June 1st, so that's going to be kind of pushing it if we wait till May. So I'm just thinking like budget timeline-wise, we just need to probably think about what we're going to do there.
I mean, I would guess it would be next year's budget, would just be my guess.
I would think.
Yeah,
From what
At
they
this
told me in
point.
the past.
I mean, here, it's April already, basically, so. Okay,
But I can get hard numbers and, from Scotty's and timeline too.
yeah.
I was gonna
From
say,
them.
should we go on and make a motion that we're gonna get bids, accept bids for it? Since it is gonna be
That's-
more than 40.
It will be.
So
So that's an official motion?
Yes.
All right.
Okay, I see.
Anthony, Joyce, everybody. All in favor,
I'll
sign of
second.
aye.
Right.
Any opposed? All right, so moved.
Again, thank you all,
Yeah.
and again, I'm sorry for the
No,
other issue.
appreciate the good work.
Thank you, Denny.
All right, no other visitors. We'll take a minute to review the minutes from February and then our audit meeting that happened 1st of March, or 7th of March technically. Were there any questions or comments on the minute?
Make a motion to accept.
Angie with the motion. Can you get a second?
Second.
Anthony with the second. All in favor with the sign of aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, so moved. Financial report. Also sent those out last week, I guess. I can't remember when, but a few days ago. Were there any questions or comments on the financial reports? Nothing too exciting yet. Hearing none, we'll take a motion to approve the financials.
I'll make a motion.
Lindell first, can I get a second?
I second it.
Joyce second. All in favor with the sign of aye?
Aye.
All right, so moved. On to old business. Elsa, I'll turn it over to you.
Okay, we had spoke at the last meeting about doing an agreement with Core Distinction Group to get a new feasibility study done. That has been put on hold temporarily until some paperwork can be completed by the city. So Erling is going to let me know when we can move forward with that. It'll be approximately 10 days for the process to be completed once they receive their check. Parks and Rec, you have notes on the back of your agenda. If anyone has any questions for Tammy, or if she has anything to add.
Tammy, have you had several apply for guards and staff?
If everybody passes the swimming lesson, or the swimming training for lifeguard, we will have 29 lifeguards, which will really help out. And this time I've asked most of them that I've interviewed, that I've asked for a commitment from Memorial Day to Labor Day, because usually a lot of them will start dropping out when school starts. So we've pulled a lot from Brett County too, so I'm
Wow.
kind of
That's
excited
good.
about that.
That's the most guards we've ever had, isn't it?
I had
Usually around
28
Oh, okay.
in 2022, but some of them, yeah. didn't
So how many
realize.
guards do you want to have that to make
Bare
it-
minimum, I need 25.
Okay.
At 29, and then I have my lead lifeguard that gives us 30. That balances off and up, because you got to understand, when we do swimming lessons, they have that morning, and then you also have the long day, so we need to break those up so those lifeguards aren't sitting on stand for 10 hours.
Good work.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to move on. I reported last month that Guy Penrod will be the first gospel concert on June 7th. And then I said the second one would be Jason Crabb on August 2nd. That is not correct. It's Gold City Gospel, which is still very exciting. So I also want to mention that August 2nd is the only date that we're going to have that will not be a Friday before the East Main event. And that's just because of scheduling with the band, with the
Okay.
band. We kept on the agenda the community app that the city has purchased a subscription for, the GoGov. I just didn't know if there was any more discussion on that. I did list the last sentence on your agenda, some of the things that we could utilize the app for.
Anybody give that any more thought?
Lori, have you guys started training on that?
We've done a little bit of training. We're still kind of in the initial phases of getting it all set up. We actually have another meeting, I think, at 1 today, maybe with them. But hopefully here in the next few weeks, we'll be able to start training, the staff, all of our department heads on using it and get it out there. So, I mean, it's still new, not really sure how it's gonna work, how we're gonna push it out and all that. We haven't got to that part of our training yet on how to, what they recommend on pushing it out. So
I assume there's a way to monitor the number of users for that app?
they told us there is, so that's still on our list to ask once we start pushing it out, how we can find out how many people have signed up
Right.
and do all that, so
Did you have a specific amount?
I don't know.
Who
We're
all,
grateful for any help.
who all will be using that? Is it just the city?
Utilities is the only one that has opted out of it right now.
Okay.
So it will be all the city, your Parks and Recs will use it, probably the shelter, Public Works will use it for, some miscellaneous stuff, garbage changes, street closures, and then you all if you choose to use it, so. And we're gonna let anybody use it. I mean, utilities will probably end up using it some, just to see, how they're gonna like it.
Yeah, I need to see
if
how
they wanna-
effective it is.
If they wanna participate, so. We want it to be used to help our citizens, be aware of stuff, so, I mean, everybody's welcome to use it, whether they go in on it or not, so.
It'll be great for like the pool, if you have to close for weather or,
thinking,
yeah.
Ball games,
Right.
Ball games.
Right.
And even deadlines for registration.
right. True. So
But a big
hearing
fish
that,
issue.
does anyone want to make a motion to contribute towards that app or opt out of contributing to that app? Discussion about the app?
Yeah, what do y'all think about it?
We have a lot of events going on.
Yeah,
It's a good way
I
to
don't-
get the word out
I
there.
don't love it or hate it, so.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
kinda where
I
I
can
am.
see where
Yeah.
it'd be used.
I could see
I don't know how
too.
we can say we're gonna do it if we don't have an amount yet.
I think it was more like, and I don't know why 1,000 or 1,500 was coming into my mind when we had discussion before, but it's any amount.
I
if we
guess
wanna
it's, any
contribute.
amount we want to contribute towards the $9,400 or whatever.
And that would just be for the first year to kind of see how it goes.
And the way we did that, they went ahead and prorated it for this year. So we paid, I think, $3,700. I can't remember exactly what it was. I think $36.71 or something sticking in my head, to get us through June, and then we'll be billed again come July for the full year.
So the full year is how much, $9,400? Okay.
And you guys are excited about this.
You're looking at me.
I'm looking at
I think that if it is a resource that is available to the community and it's going to be here, that we want to utilize it, if they're going to get it anyway. And utilize it to the fullest that we could for every event that we have and other events, like Art in the Park that we sponsor.
So you're saying we could use it to advertise our events, the
Correct.
tourism?
Yes.
Okay.
So, I mean, my thoughts are if we are going to utilize it, I think that we should have, something in there, even if it's $500
Right.
to contribute.
So
And we
if
may
we-
not like it. We may not approve to do it in the next
Right.
budget.
That's
True, I
So if
I
we
was
say we're
thinking,
gonna
what
do
if it
so
doesn't
much?
go over well? you know?
Right.
So-
And none of us know.
Right,
We don't
and
know.
this is a year-by-year contract, so after the first year, if we decide that we don't like it, we don't have to continue with it.
Okay, that was my next question,
Right.
so we can't opt out of it if we feel like
Yeah.
it's not,
Yeah, we're not locked into it for any more than a year once we pay that. It's just a year-by-year.
So
I don't know
if
that,
we say that we want to give so much in this, are we gonna give that same amount again on July
July.
1?
yeah, I was wondering, because I don't know how much, I don't know when they plan to fully launch it
I
and
would
to
do it
get the
after
word
July.
out. That's what I was thinking, because they didn't pay the full amount this year. I don't know that you'll get a whole lot of, I'm just thinking,
It's not even launched yet.
the
really,
process. So I'm
why not?
thinking like if you all want to, we can add it in the budget and instead of having to do a separate motion, we can put it in the budget and you can approve it with the budget.
For
If
next
you
year.
choose to go ahead with that route, that gives you a little bit of time. Like I said, Ilsa and I will be working on that budget and, we can try to look at it and come up with some sort of figure, maybe Ilsa and I together, talking to Lori and stuff, and then you'll see it in the budget and you can say yes or no, adding it in or not adding it in. That's just my kind of
Mm-hmm. No, that makes
easiest
sense.
recommendation on how to do that. I don't know, Elsa, do you
And
agree?
it
No,
may
I
be
agree
closer-
completely.
It may be closer to July before we get it up and running, because we've
Yeah.
got several huge projects that I'm working on, and you can only do so
Right,
much in 8
right.
hours, so.
We need to make a
Yeah,
motion to add it.
For
to
next
the
year.
budget For next year.
Right.
I don't doubt the value of it. I wonder how many people will use it. So I think the first year we could give it a go and
See
kind
where
of
it
see.
goes.
Yeah.
See how much use
Right.
it gets.
I'm really curious to see what techniques they tell us on how to push it out to get people to join in. I'm really curious about that phase.
Oh, it could be great.
Okay, so Sabrina and I will discuss an amount to add into the budget, and of course, you guys will all have to approve that when you approve the budget for next fiscal year.
Fair
Okay?
enough.
Okay.
That
Then we'll
sounds
talk
good.
about
That
it.
sounds good, yes.
Yeah, I figured kind of look at it and see how much like percentage you all would utilize versus what all it offers. Kind of go about that way. I would think would be the fairest
Yeah.
to come up with an amount.
I think
anyway.
that's fair.
Okay.
Thank you.
So do we need to make a,
No.
Not yet.
okay.
No.
All right, I got a little confused, sorry.
Is that it on the app?
That's it.
I do have an item for other old business. If you guys remember last month, the McKinseys came and spoke to us about sponsoring a concert series at the Alice Palace. We've brainstormed some ideas on things to do. We're not necessarily sure at this point the legalities and all the precedents that may set in doing that. So I think we need to do our due diligence a little more and explore some options, and maybe not just for them, but for other opportunities like that, that maybe we sponsor the entertainment and they can sell tickets. Maybe there's just a lot of options out there and a lot to digest. So if you guys remember, the ones that were on the committee originally, or the commission, I guess, we used to set committees up. There was a finance committee and a grant committee. So I think what I'd like to do, just so somebody can focus on this and then come back to the larger group with some ideas, is form an East Main Market Committee. I really haven't thought about who would be on that committee, but I'm sitting here looking, and we used to do, this side would do that, and that side would do that. There's only two guys over here, so I'm looking at the
I'm
three.
interested.
Yeah.
And,
I like,
So
yeah, I like that
if
event.
you all would like to be involved in that, I'd like to place that committee in place. Elsa can kind of spearhead that for you. And we
I'd
can
like
meet
to be
with
on it,
others
too.
and, yeah. So in the event maybe that somebody can attend or something, maybe Joyce can fill in. It's kind of informal, just something we want to get together so we can do our due diligence in, exploring opportunities of sponsorship. So, fair enough?
Can we get a budget committee as well?
Yes, that would be great. That's what I was.
Budget committee?
Let's let this side
Can we
be the
do this
budget
side,
committee.
do
This
the
side would be
budget
budget committee
committee?
then, yeah. That'll work.
Sorry,
Which
Joyce.
side?
Sorry, Linda.
Okay, Linda.
We used to do that all
So
the
is
time.
that
and
gonna
then
be, is Anthony over here? So is it gonna be them
Kelly
two
and I
and
switched.
Kelly, and then Anthony and them two on the budget committee? Is that what you're doing?
Kelly moved so he could hear better.
Kelly's over
So
here.
he's,
Oh, okay,
last
gotcha.
meeting was officially over here, I think, so.
Okay.
Okay, so we have Carla, Angie, and Anthony on the East Main Market, and then the budget, Kelly, Linda, and Joyce.
Sounds fair to me.
Thank you.
Thank
Make
you
sure
all.
you get notice, though, yeah, for the meetings, because you'll have to have 24-hour notice on a special call meeting.
For
It's
the
not a
com-
special call meeting, it's just a committee meeting, but
Right.
since there's a quorum, you'll have to have just 24-hour notice, that's all you need. And like wherever you want to meet is fine, you just have to let the public know that you're meeting on this and that there's a quorum.
Okay.
And
It's
Elsa
just
was
24
asking
hours.
about a quorum. When you elect the committee, or when you
Form
set
a
up your
committee.
committee, there's 3 of you, so your quorum goes off of that.
Plus, I think all committee meetings have to,
And
if
they
it's,
have to
if it's
be.
official committee, you have to.
Okay,
Okay.
fair enough.
But it's just 24 hours, it's not usually that.
Yeah.
But for a regular meeting, I have to have 4 to make a quorum,
Yes.
correct? Okay. Okay.
Okay, thank you all. That's all I had on other old business. Anybody else?
No.
All right. Moving on to new business. Executive session's on there. We're going to skip that today. We've worked around that. And then fiddling decoration contest. Elsa, what about that?
Denny spoke a little bit about this earlier, but I was contacted by Terry Haycraft. She reached out to see if the Tourism Commission would be interested in doing one of the beautification project awards, and she specifically asked about having the fiddling decorating contest for businesses. And I definitely said that I would pass that along and see if we were interested in doing that.
I guess I thought that fell under beautification.
Yeah, I thought once he said it wasn't gonna happen, then that would be off the table too.
So am I hearing that we want to follow suit with the decision that the city council made? But if someone
Well,
wants
I mean-
to decorate, they're definitely,
Are you talking about the business, like businesses, not
Yes.
private homes? Like at the Honey Fest, everybody
Yes.
decorates, okay.
so you're really just encouraging them to decorate. Someone will judge it and will provide an award.
I mean, I guess there's a lot of questions. It's only in the city, obviously. Who's judging this?
We have not, I wanted to bring this to you guys first. We have not gotten that far.
And what kind of award would it even be? Just a plaque?
I think something small. I think it's more of a recognition type.
I mean, I think we obviously all think it's a great idea to do.
It would be nice to see people get more involved.
It would not be something hard to do, so.
I think it's a good idea.
Okay.
I
So we'll
think
move forward with that, and I'll just
Be
put
more
it in my
festive
plans
on the
for
square,
filming.
Yeah.
don't you think?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I'll keep you guys updated on, like, awards. We'll all go over that and make sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Denny,
And
did
the
you want to
committee
add
for
something?
judging.
There's criteria set up to establish the winners.
Oh, okay. I remember you talking about that. Okay.
Okay. Clarkson State Honey Fest. Of course, they've utilized our stage in the past. And the reason I'm bringing that up is this year, the date has changed, and it will be the third weekend of September for the next few years instead of the last weekend. On local grants, we are currently taking the local grant applications for the 24-25 fiscal year, and we will accept those until the end of April. City Cleanup Day is April 6th, beginning at 8 a.m. at Leitchfield Public Works. And then I'm really excited about the new restaurants that we have coming to town. Hometown Hangout is open, and I've heard nothing but great
Yeah,
reviews
it's
on
great.
it. Jimmy John's will have the ribbon cutting on April 9th, and then Steak and Stone is expected to open in April.
It's great.
It's exciting.
Yeah. That is all I have.
Any other new business from anyone?
Oh, not me.
Hearing none, we'll take a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Anthony and Angie, all in favor, sign of aye.
Aye.
All right, so moved. Thank you all.